has an arc. And then the bottom often is like a scoop almost. The reason the pit is important is that's where the eyeball actually sets in. The eyeball. And in addition to that, the eyelid is darker because it casts a shadow on the iris. And so when we put in the iris, something like that. And the iris is the color of the eye, like hazel or brown or blue. And there is a dark band around the iris. And then the pupil, of course, is a dark ball. Working on a whiteboard is not my forte. So anyway, that gives you an idea of constructing an eye and the parts of it that make up the eye. And it can show a lot of different shapes, and that gives the head expression. And so you can add that to your drawing, or you can use another sheet of paper and just work on an eye, a larger picture. More
For eyelashes.
with a lighter dark
For eyelashes.
mark.
My guy's got a really strange forehead.
It's important to put in. And then the eyebrow, and we all know everybody has a different shaped eyebrow. So I usually use some kind of stroke, something like this. And the arch is there.
Do you ever watch TV and see somebody like a news person or somebody?
So the bottom of the nose is often curved a little bit. I put it straight here, but it's actually curved a little bit. And then the nostrils are in line with the pit of the eye. You eyeball it down, the nostril is in line with the pit of the eye. There is not a line for the nose unless you're drawing a profile or a 3/4 view. But when you're drawing a front view, there is no line. You have to decide where your light source is, whether it's outdoors or indoors. And I often put a dot right there to remind me that's where the light source is. You might want it on this side, but I seem to always put, I'm left-handed, maybe that's why. So anyway, that is going to give us guidance as to where to put the shading. And that is what gives you the shape of the long part of the nose. This is called hatching. It's a beautiful way of shading rather than just, filling in the dark. It's livelier. It's just very pretty. That's called hatching. If you want it darker, you do lines this way, and that's called cross hatching. And this is something you need to practice on one of your sheets because it'll help you realize how important the shape of shading is and how it lends a softness, but it also darkens the area you want dark. And of course you can give some shape to it, whether it's a male or a female. Some lips are very thin and they do look almost like a straight line. The upper lip is dark because the light does not hit it. It turns under, so it's in shadow. The opposite is true of the bottom lip. Because it protrudes out, it catches the light. So it is not dark, it is light. You get the shape of the bottom lip from the fifth dark, which is below the lip. And to show that shape, once again, we're hatching. And it is shaded.